Time to wake up. It's Saturday morning. Find some milk and cereal. Grab a bowl and spoon. No, a bigger spoon. Head to the living room and take a seat on the floor while Joseph and Chris present to you Saturday Morning Cartoon!
Hello everybody, welcome to Cartoon Boom! This is a show where we wake with a Saturday morning sun popped on the floor with a big bowl of sugary cereal and try your favorite cartoons, both old and new. I'm Joseph.
I'm the turkey. I'm Chris.
And this morning, we watched a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. You know what I wish it had been called?
What?
It's the Great Turkey Charlie Brown.
It's the Great Turkey. But that's the problem with this, though. There never was a turkey.
There was at the end, technically.
But we never saw it.
No, we did. Did you not watch the credits?
Oh, yeah, I guess you're technically right.
Yeah, I am technically right because it was technically
right.
there.
I guess if you want to be technical about it.
I absolutely
It wasn't
do.
there for long.
Okay, fair. That's fair. But
Yeah,
when is turkey
quickly.
ever there for long? It's too delicious. Just got
That's a
to
good
take it
point.
out.
When it's in the oven, it's there for a very long time, it feels.
That's fair.
Like it's there for months.
But not too long because you don't want to make it dry. Then nobody wants it.
But it's still, though, that when you put that turkey in the oven, time slows down and it's there forever.
Back to what I was saying. I just wish that the entire Peanuts special catalog was about greater
great
beings that Linus believes in some fashion.
Is
there
an Easter one, like the Great Egg, Charlie Brown, or
the Great Bunny? I don't know. Like it could be based solely on cryptids. It could have been an entirely different show if they would have let it.
The Great Eldritch Being, Charlie Brown. That's the one where Cthulhu comes.
It's the Great Lord Cthulhu, universe. Charlie Brown.
Yeah. Now that would be an interesting crossover. I would be interested in that. Yeah.
Linus would be the only one who believed it, and then Charlie Brown would easily have his mind flayed.
He'd be like, "Good grief!" Like everyone would be getting eaten around him, and he'd just be like, "Good grief!"
Arg! So anyway, back to the actual movie. So the special, A Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, aired in 1973. Who was this suggested by the way?
This was suggested by Ira Sutton several years ago, I think. So thank you, Ira.
Sorry, we've caught up.
Yeah, we finally got there.
This is based on, of course, Peanuts by Charles M. Schulz, written by Charles M. Schulz, directed by Bill Melendez and Phil Roman, produced by Lee Mendelson and Bill Melendez. This was distributed by United Feature Syndicate. This originally aired on CBS from 1973 to the year 2000, and then ABC from 2001 to 2019, and then PBS from 2020 to present. So it's moved over to 3 stations, but it airs yearly around Thanksgiving time.
Who owns Peanuts, like the property right now? Do you know?
I have no idea.
If it was on ABC for a while, that made me think maybe Disney owned it, but maybe they don't. I hope not, because if they do, that means we're going to see a live-action Charlie Brown sometime in the near future, because that's what they do with all their properties now. And that would be weird.
Means Lucy would be a Disney princess, and Lucy's my least favorite character, so I don't accept this.
Interesting. I actually like Lucy. I do have a least favorite character, though, and I'll talk about it when we get there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for a short synopsis of this one, Peppermint Patty invites herself and her friends over to Charlie Brown's for Thanksgiving. And with Linus, Snoopy, and Woodstock, he attempts to throw together a Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, sort of.
Pretty basic.
Pretty basic. Yeah, it hits all the beats.
So who are some of the actors who played in this special?
All right, so Charlie Brown was voiced by Todd Barbie. Unfortunate last name. He has been voicing Charlie Brown for quite a while, for quite a long time. So, same guy. Sally, voiced by Hillary Momberger, also a strange name. Lucy, voiced by Robin Cohn. Linus, voiced by Stephen Shea. Peppermint Patty, voiced by Chris DeFaria. Marcy, voiced by Jimmy Aarons. Franklin, voiced by Robin Reed. And Snoopy and Woodstock, both voiced by Bill Melendez, who also continued voicing Snoopy and Woodstock, like all the way up into like, I want to say around like 2006, 2007, like I want to say somewhere around in there. I think he passed away in like 2008, I believe. I might be off. I might be a little bit off on that, but I know that he was still voicing those two characters until just like a year or two before he passed away. So he kept doing them for a long time, which is really awesome. But most of these voice actors, these characters are, for the most part, the majority of what they've done, and only a couple of them went on to do other things.
Right on. So for a few tasty marshmallows out of our big bowl of Charlie Brown Thanksgiving cereal, Lucy appears only at the beginning of the film when she is playing football with Charlie Brown. She never appears for the rest of the movie, which I think is odd since Linus is her brother and he's present throughout.
Well, I mean, when you have a sister like Lucy, do you want to invite her to other things, or?
Well, no, I absolutely wouldn't. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's strange. I don't dislike it. It's an odd fact. Also, Lee Mendelsohn always objected to the end where Snoopy serves Woodstock a piece of turkey because it made him seem like a cannibal. But it was kept in at the suggestion of Charles M. Schultz and Bill Melendez.
Yeah, I mean, birds do eat other bird things. My wife's parents' bird eats eggs. So
Interesting. Yeah, I guess I've never thought about, do birds eat birds?
yeah.
Okay.
You ever seen
All
a
right, so it's
pelican, man?
fine.
They'll eat anything. Like wings or not, they'll eat it.
All right. Then that's fair. That maybe he gets a pass because of that. Maybe that's how Schultz and Melendez explained it.
I bet a pelican would eat a turkey.
So Snoopy's fight with the folding lounge chair appears to have been inspired by W.C. Fields' similar struggle with the chair in 1934's It's a Gift. I've never seen that
Oh,
movie, so
interesting.
can't
No.
confirm, but interesting because it was very elaborate.
It was funny. That was like one of my favorite parts of the entire special.
Yeah, that's pretty good. The number of times Charlie Brown is referred to as Chuck is 26 times in this movie, and mostly by Peppermint Patty.
Yeah, I think pretty much all by her and once by himself.
Yeah. Yeah, especially on that first phone call. It was like every sentence started with that.
Yes.
So
Ugh.
this is the first time on one of the Melendez Mendelsohn cartoon specials that we actually see Peppermint Patty. So this is her first cartoon special appearance.
Oh, weird. That's interesting, especially because like they were definitely pushing that like relationship sort of thing with Peppermint Patty and Charlie Brown in
Mhm.
this one. So you'd think that at this point she would have been appearing much more often, but I guess not. That's weird to me.
Yeah, I guess she'd been in probably the comic strip prior, but not the specials. So I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I'm okay with that.
Oh,
I don't
really?
like it.
Okay. Not a fan.
She's my least favorite.
I like
if I'm
Peppermint Patty.
revealing. No, she's
But that she was
terrible.
funny.
No,
Oh.
she's the worst. Well, since it is Thanksgiving, I want to share what I'm thankful for here on this podcast, which is you.
Me?
No, the listeners.
Oh,
Sharing this episode on social media with all your friends and followers by hitting the share button on their app of choice. Oh, and stuffing. I like stuffing.
all right. So let's go ahead and jump into the special and start talking about it.
Yeah.
What I appreciate about all of these peanut specials is they're relatively short. Like they're about 26 minutes. I think this one was. So
Mhm.
not a huge commitment. Definitely something I can come back to year after year.
And it always has, like, every special, you got to have the football prank. It's always there. It's like
Yeah.
tradition. To have the
Literally,
Lucy
the
football prank.
only reason Lucy was in this movie was for that football prank.
It's a good point. She didn't do her psychiatrist bit, which made me sad because I feel like this
No.
would be a really good one. Because, like, especially when Charlie Brown's talking about how, like, the holidays always depress him. And I'm just like, man, he's an adult. He's an adult trapped in that child's body for
Yeah.
sure.
He has so much angst.
Yeah,
I
he
feel
does.
his pain sometimes, but
Yeah,
his
I
is
get-
constant.
I totally get him. He's just got so much like anxiety and just depression. Like Charlie Brown's just straight up depressed.
Yeah, he overanalyzes everything, and he's a yes man. So
Yes.
a lot of times he causes problems for himself by agreeing to things.
Exactly. Which is why I like when she does her little psychiatrist booth thing. But we didn't get that this time. We only got the football prank, which is kind of started off with like he's onto her at first, but then she's like, "But hey, it's Thanksgiving." And like, it's tradition. You got to do like the big football kickoff. That's the big tradition. That's the Thanksgiving tradition is football. And as someone who doesn't really partake of the sports, I'm like, man, I'd rather watch the Puppy Bowl. Like, get Snoopy
Yeah.
out there. Let him kick this ball around, whatever. Anyway, so that's just what made Charlie Brown like, okay, fine. I'm going to get it this time. He falls for it again.
I like how dramatic he is, though, where he's like, "You're going to pull it away, then I'm going to miss, and then I'm going to fall down and die." It's like, dang, Charlie Brown. It's a little extreme.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm gonna fall and kill myself.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, he did really go, he went dark with it, but I appreciate that about him. You know, I feel him.
He doesn't mince words.
No, not at all.
And then she's just like, well, sorry, Charlie Brown. Some traditions just slowly fade away every time she gets them. I appreciate that prank, but I just don't love her as a character. But, you know, I didn't have to deal with her this specials that much, so it's fine.
Yeah, you kind of got a pass because that was the end of her. She left. She's just like, Thanksgiving's not for me. I'm out.
She was gone. I guess she actually went with her family, and I guess Linus just decided not to. There was a lot of this with the kids in this special where they're just like, yeah, we just don't want to do Thanksgiving dinner with our families. We're just going to come to your place, Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
I guess all their parents are just like, yeah, that's fine. I could not imagine my parents being like, yeah, that's fine when I was a kid. I'm just going to skip Thanksgiving.
This is a world where parents have realized that their kids suck. They're like, oh my God, these kids.
Finally,
get them out
some
of my
relief.
House. Yes, get them out of here. I was with the other day, I had a Friendsgiving, and I was spending time with Colleen and Everett from A Little Spooky and their kids. And their oldest kid decided that while I was sitting in the chair, that my legs would make a really good like riding bowl. So he would sit on my feet, and then he had me like kick my legs up in the air and bounce them around and stuff while he tried to hold on. And my God, my legs hurt for the next 48 hours, and I'm still thinking I'm starting to recover. So I think like maybe they're starting to pick up on those things, and they're just like, oh man, yeah, if we can get these kids out of here, we can have like a real adult like Thanksgiving where we can actually like enjoy ourselves.
So you're thinking when Colleen and Everett's kids are of age that they would also allow them to go to a friend's house
once they're 8 years old or whatever, like Charlie Brown and all of them, they're going to be like, go to your friend's house, leave, get out.
They're not even asking. They're just telling them to go.
Yeah.
It's like, just go find a friend.
And then like, they're going to be like, also invite all your other friends to that friend's house.
Yeah.
Which is what Peppermint
Make it
Patty
super
does.
Inconvenient for them.
Yeah. Make it as inconvenient as you can.
I liked the interaction with Sally and Charlie Brown at the beginning here where he's checking the mail, I guess for Thanksgiving stuff. And she's like, what are you waiting for, a turkey card? And then she starts talking about how she went out to buy a turkey tree, but then Christmas stuff is out already. And Charlie Brown is shocked that Christmas stuff is out already. Fast forward to now when Christmas stuff starts like mid-October, Charlie Brown would be completely shook.
He would just, he wouldn't be able to take it if he's already depressed.
No.
He can't handle the world that we live in today. Where I walk into a Sam's Club on October 11th, and most of the Halloween stuff is gone and already replaced by Christmas.
As an older man, Charles Brown would not be able to handle this at all.
Charles Brown would, he'd walk up and be like, good grief.
Oh, good grief. Yeah.
Good grief.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He'd be pretty old now.
Yeah.
That sort of is what prompts the call to from Peppermint Patty. And this is kind of what sets the whole thing in motion, where her dad's out of town. And so he said apparently that she could go over to his place for Thanksgiving. And she said she didn't mind inviting herself over because she knows that he kind of likes him. And the whole time he's just like,
yeah,
like,
that's
he
all
can't get a
he
word
can
in
say.
edgewise.
That's all he can say is, well, and she just keeps talking over him and constantly calling him Chuck. And I love too that she's like, you know, she's really pressing on like this idea of like a relationship kind of thing and it being sort of a date in that first phone call. And I'm like, man, nothing would really turns on the heat like calling a man Chuck, you know?
Yeah.
Ugh, God, I hate her
Chuck.
so much.
Oh,
I don't like her,
she's
man.
funny. She's
No,
a
she's not.
tomboy and I don't know, she's just very assertive is what it is.
I don't like her. I like Marcy, though. Marcy is one of my favorites.
Marcy's great. Yeah, she's like her sidekick, quote unquote, because she always calls her Sir.
Which I think is funny now that I realize they were both voiced by males.
Yeah.
And Marcy refers to her as Sir, and I never knew that before. I just assumed that they were females talking in like a real raspy voice, but nope.
Yeah, some of Marcy's, I feel like either the recording space that Marcy was in, or just the voice actor who was doing Marcy had some like technical issues, because every once in a while you'd hear Marcy kind of cut out a little bit.
Yep.
Not sure why.
The audio quality on her lines were way different than everybody else's by far.
Yeah, totally.
They also invite Franklin just out of nowhere.
Yeah, just randomly. Oh, hey, Franklin.
He has like one line, and I think that's it. I don't think he has any other lines in this entire thing. But I mean, at least he's there. He was like, should I wear a tie?
I think Sally tells Charlie Brown that all this is his own fault because he's so wishy-washy. He can't make decisions for himself. And like I was saying earlier, it just got forced on him because he can't say no.
That's true.
Especially not to Peppermint Patty, because she doesn't let you say anything.
To be fair, I do know adults that still have trouble saying no.
It's tough sometimes. But yeah, I get it. But it's like, come on, Charlie Brown. Stand up for yourself, bud.
I love to say no. It's one of my favorite things in a day when I get to tell somebody no.
I'm a big maybe guy.
But you do like, are you a fan of the maybe because maybe to you means no, but it's a passive way of saying no, and they'll think that means you're considering it, but really you're just waiting for them to forget about it?
Well, it's like a total parent move, because it's just like, well, we'll see, or maybe.
Oh, yeah. The we'll see is a total no. The we'll see means don't ask me right now. I don't have the heart to say no to your face. I'll cancel on you the day of via text, like 2 hours before, and tell you something came up. But I can't say it to you right now, face to face.
Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. Oh, it's the best.
So then Linus is actually the one who comes up with the idea of having two dinners, one for the friends and then one for one at Charlie Brown's grandmother's house, because that was the initial plan. Is I think at 4:30 p.m. is when they're supposed to be, Charlie Brown and Sally are supposed to be going to their grandmother's house for actual Thanksgiving dinner. And so this friend thing was going to overlap it. So that was giving Charlie Brown a lot of anxiety. So Linus gives that solution. He's like, all right, well, I can make cold cereal and toast. That's about it. And they just decided to run with the toast thing.
You'd be fine with that, like with some cereal.
Yeah, that's about as much as I can cook anyway. So
yeah.
I'm right there with them.
It depends on the cereal, but I'd be down with a bunch of cereal. But yeah, that becomes the plan. They tell Snoopy to go get like some like a table and chairs out of the garage, which ends up with just a real fun thing. Like Snoopy's got ADD, I think, because he goes and gets Woodstock. They open the garage, which there's this funny bit where Snoopy keeps getting caught in the garage door, which is fun. And then playing with a basketball, well, at least Woodstock gets smashed by the basketball. And then he starts playing table tennis.
They pull out the table to set up for Thanksgiving, and then they just play table tennis on it. And I think Linus has to come out and stop and be like, Snoopy, like seriously, get to work.
Yeah, like, get in gear. And then they start getting the chairs, and that's when he has the big chair fight with that like beach chair. That dude, I honestly was laughing at that. I think that was really good. Like at one point, I don't know what's going on in this world. At one point, this chair literally does come to life and starts fighting back.
Yeah.
like, boxing him.
Like, I'm chalking it up to Snoopy's imagination in the same way that he sometimes flies like the World War II like fighter planes.
Oh, yeah. The Red Baron kind of thing.
Right. Yeah. Like, I can't imagine that's actually real. So I think Snoopy just has an overactive imagination.
Yeah. I loved that scene, though. It was great.
That was a really good scene. And all the while, like this little birdie song is playing, a really good song, and I guess the song is like associated to Woodstock.
Woodstock's adorable, by the way. I love Woodstock. When I was a kid, Snoopy and Woodstock were some of the first things I was able to draw, just because they're so like, a lot of the lines aren't actually connected. Mm-hmm. So I have a fondness for their designs.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So they start making dinner at this point. Snoopy helps too. And so they're just making so much toast, and then Snoopy's buttering it for them. So the meal ends up being toast, popcorn, jelly beans, and pretzel sticks, which all sound great. Honestly, I would eat any of those things, especially if I knew I was getting another dinner later. Fine, give me all that stuff.
And then Snoopy and Woodstock also dress up like pilgrims for a little bit.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
kind of fun.
Snoopy
I
has
like his little
pop
gun. Yeah, that was cute. there's little like shenanigans here and there because it's Snoopy and Woodstock, while they're trying to make the food and stuff like that. But they set the table, everyone comes over, Snoopy brings out the food, starts passing it out, and Peppermint Patty, like, I do appreciate like just the look on her face in the background while he's like divvying all the food out, which takes a little while, and it's just her face just keeps getting worse and worse, and that was kind of funny, honestly. She just looks so mad.
Yeah, she was not happy with this like terrible meal, according to her. She's just like, what blockhead cooked this? She was expecting all the Thanksgiving fixings like the stuffing, the turkey, the stuffing, the cranberry sauce, pumpkin pie. She was expecting all of that in this last minute party that she forced him to put together. And so she's really upset. Charlie Brown just like defeatedly walks away. He doesn't know what to say. She's just like, well, I'm out. Peace. And
that kind of made me laugh too, because it's just like he didn't even have like a defense. He didn't have an apology.
He didn't have words.
He just quietly got up and left.
Yeah.
So dejected.
That's almost worse when they don't say anything. That silence speaks way louder than anything you would have said. So she feels bad, but she, being the person she is, isn't good at apologizing or anything. So she just has Marcy go do it for her.
Of course.
And yeah, that's when she goes and starts explaining, like, the meaning of Thanksgiving isn't so much, or I guess the true meaning of Thanksgiving is just being thankful for being together. So none of the food doesn't matter as much. And then she remedies things with him, tells him everything's fine. That's when Peppermint Patty comes in, and they they have another interaction where she's just like, let's not play lovers games, Chuck. And they shake hands on it, and then she like grips his and is like, you're holding my hand, Chuck, you sly dog.
She calls him sly dog a couple of times in this.
Yeah.
And every time it's nails on chalkboard for me hearing her voice say, you sly dog. I'm like, ugh. Gross. Oh, her real name got revealed too, which was,
yes.
I had no idea. Her name's Priscilla.
Yeah, I was wondering why, like, the kids actually refer to her as Peppermint Patty.
Yeah.
Which I now know is just a nickname for Priscilla. So interesting.
Priscilla is a cute name.
Yeah, one of my cousins is named Priscilla, actually.
Oh,
so we get typical Linus the whole time too, where he's the one giving like the history behind Thanksgiving and the creation of it. When he says grace at the dinner table before their meal, he does the same thing.
It's one of those things too that, like, when you're a kid, you like hearing that stuff, and it's like, oh yeah, it is nice, and yay, we came together and celebrated the first Thanksgiving. Everybody was happy. But then, like, when you become an adult and you find out that all of that was kind of BS and like it was like a terrible time. And like horrible things happen, it's kind of like, oh, okay, well, let's just think about let's just be thankful for what we got and treat everybody with respect now.
Yeah, because it's definitely not about the origin anymore as much as it is just spending time together with people you love. So
right, exactly.
Yeah, just celebrate that instead of the origin of it, supposedly.
Yeah,
and same with like Christopher Columbus Day, or Columbus Day. Like, is that even a thing anymore? I don't know.
Yeah, some states celebrate it still, but not all. But yeah, it's a similar thing. Yeah. Someone's going to comment on this episode and be like,
oh, I know. That's why I didn't want to dive deep into it. But, So with that, after Peppermint Patty and Charlie Brown make up, he decides to call his grandma to tell her he's going to be a little bit late because it's like 4:00 already. They have to be there by 4:30. And he explains the situation to her, and that's when we're getting like the womp, 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 just all the adult talk that we get with the Peanuts. His grandma, we hear like through Charlie Brown that his grandma has invited all the kids over for Thanksgiving dinner. They all get in the station wagon together. They all get in the station wagon together and start singing Over the River and Through the Woods. And then they just go straight there but instead of the house, Charlie Brown's like, there's only one thing wrong with the song. Like, my grandmother lives in a condominium. And that's the last really we see of the kids.
Oh, I'm depressed now. I always thought that song was like a Christmas song up until like a few years ago. Then I learned it actually was supposed to be like a Thanksgiving song.
Really? I didn't know it was a specific holiday song.
Yeah, I always thought it was like a Christmas thing. but apparently it's not.
Huh. The more you know. Do-do-do-do. So at that point, Snoopy, this is where we cut to the end credits where Snoopy and Woodstock set up their own little Thanksgiving table because they weren't brought along. They weren't invited. And they start having turkey together, break the wishbone. And that's kind of the last scene where Woodstock won by snapping the larger piece, but he's just flying backwards. They're also eating pumpkin pie as the credits roll too, which I can definitely appreciate.
Oh, that's the one thing I'm very much looking forward to is pumpkin pie.
Oh, yes.
Always
I'm having
pumpkin
back-to-back
pie.
Thanksgivings, so
Dang.
yeah. Well, one day after the other. One's Friday, one's Saturday morning. Or no, sorry. One's Thursday, one's Friday morning. And so I'm hoping that I get pumpkin pie at both events. We'll see.
I didn't get pumpkin pie at my last one. However, Colleen made a spice cake that was delicious.
Very nice. Well, Chris, it looks like it's about time we send our inner kids to Charlie Brown's place to reserve a seat at the dinner table and maybe have them grab us some of that leftover toast, then see what they thought of a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving.
This cartoon was fun because it had lots of funny moments. It didn't get too deep into the history. And even though it was Charlie Brown, I still got a small taste of violence while Snoopy fought that folding chair. I'm thankful for the little things.
While it's not my favorite Peanut special, I still think it's pretty fun. Linus teaches us about the history of Thanksgiving. We got some great Charlie Brown moments. We got a lot more Snoopy and Woodstock, and a lot less Lucy. Plus, it helped teach us the true meaning of the holiday. If you don't want to hang out with your family on Thanksgiving, just invite yourself over to a gracious or weak-willed friends. Now I'm craving jelly beans and pretzels.
Totally agree, Chris. Completely. Spot on. Could you imagine, what if, one year for April Fool's Day, we just did a whole episode like that?
Oh,
we did
God.
it was a Charlie Brown episode, but it was just in that.
All we did was that.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's a fun idea. I kind of like that. I'm gonna shuffle that away for later.
There you go. File it away.
So what were some of the things that you really liked about this special?
As simple as it was, I think the premise of this one is actually pretty great. I love that Charlie Brown essentially has the party forced on him. And since he has trouble saying no on the spot, which I can definitely understand, he still tries his best to pull it off. And in doing so, he still manages to bring his friends together for a nice moment, which was sweet. But even though Peppermint Patty squashed the initial dinner, at least the joy out of it, and it's weird to say, but this sort of made his dread more relatable to me because I get that he overanalyzes and stresses out about everything, but this situation even had me worried for him. I'm like, dude, how are you going to get out of this one, Charlie Brown? I don't get it. Luckily, Grandma came to the rescue in the end.
It was a really good premise.
Yeah.
I also really liked the premise. I think it was good too. It was kind of a fun twist that it wasn't a situation that he completely got himself in. It was kind of thrust upon him and he let it happen. I also really enjoy the fact that I don't know. It sounds horrible to say out loud, but it's just I love the fact that Charlie Brown's just so depressed.
Yeah.
It sounds terrible to say, but it's relatable and it's just so funny to see
Right.
in a cartoon child,
I think that's one of what's so weird to say is that one of Charlie Brown's best character traits is his depression. And
Yes.
that's so weird to say.
It really is. It makes us sound like monsters, but but I mean, if you really analyze it, he wouldn't be him without it. So
Right.
there we go.
It wouldn't be nearly as funny. I also wanted to throw in that I think Snoopy and Woodstock seem to have a lot more to do in this one since they help prep both the table and the meal, which led to some pretty funny scenes like we were talking about. And I haven't seen the other specials in a long time, but if I'm remembering correctly, normally they're just kind of hanging out and making stuff up to do, sleeping on a doghouse or flying the Red Baron plane, basic dog stuff. But normally they just are side characters. In this one, it seems like they were interacting with everyone a lot more, which I appreciated.
Basic dog stuff. Flying planes, basic dog things.
Right.
Yeah. I think I haven't seen a Charlie Brown special for a while, so I'm not sure either. But Yeah, the more Snoopy and Woodstock, the better, I would say, because they are probably the most fun out of like all the things that I can remember from childhood and stuff. They're what I remember the most fondly.
Mm-hmm.
And with that said, like one of the standout moments was, Snoopy wrestling with the chair, or when he was getting stuck in the garage door. Like I got some real actual like hearty laughs watching those scenes. So
Yeah.
I think that speaks volumes to it. And although I really dislike Peppermint Patty, her calling over and over and continually inviting people every time did make me laugh too. Like by the time like the third phone call came and she was inviting Franklin, I was laughing that time.
Yeah.
So
Because Charlie Brown just has no idea he's so defeated. And again, that's just funny seeing that kid in such distress.
well, I think what was funny too is it was like, she called the first time and was just like, hey, my parents said I could come over because you like me, sort of thing. Like, I'm gonna come over. And then the second one is just like, oh, you remember Marcy? She's like my friend, like she's gonna come over. And the third one's like, hey, this kid Franklin showed up. He can come over too, right?
Yeah.
It's almost like she didn't even like know him. She's just like, hey, there's this kid over here named Franklin.
Just met this kid. Can he come too?
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what it was like. And that was the part that I thought was really funny with that scene.
Was there anything that you disliked about this strongly?
Just Peppermint Patty in general. I just don't like her.
Oh.
I just don't like her. I never will. There's no fault of this actual special. I just don't like her. She annoys me. I don't like her flip-flops. I don't like her voice. Whenever she talks, I roll my eyes. I don't like her.
Okay. So you're just not a PP fan.
No. That's a weird way to put it, but yes. I like the actual candy. I like peppermint patties. I just don't
delicious.
like Peppermint Patty as a person.
Anything else though? Nothing else stood out for you?
No, but now I'm wondering, with her name being Priscilla, is Peppermint Patty, is the entire thing Peppermint Patty? Is that the nickname, or is her real name like actually Peppermint Priscilla, or like Patty Priscilla, or Priscilla Peppermint, or I don't know. I have a lot of questions.
Like, is she heir to the Peppermint throne or something?
She's what I'm wondering.
Priscilla princess? Okay, maybe. I don't.
Maybe her.
I'm assuming not.
Maybe her last name is York. And
York
that's
Peppermint.
why they call her
there you
Peppermint
go.
Patty.
Yeah, Priscilla York. That's actually
Priscilla
a cool
York.
name.
Yeah, her name's Priscilla York, and they call her Peppermint Patty because she's heir to the throne.
We need a kid named Everlasting Gobstopper because he's got so many layers.
Oh man, you'd never like get down to the real core of who that person is.
Never.
There's so many layers in the way.
Yeah.
What about you? Anything you didn't like?
And honestly, like nothing really stood out as outright negative to me. And I do like Peppermint Patty, so that's not even a problem for me. And we got very little Lucy, so that's even better for me. But it's not perfect. No, I wouldn't say that. But if you've ever seen anything Peanuts, then this is pretty much the standard affair. So it's hard to really fault anything here. All the character traits are their character traits. So that's just them as characters. So no, like the animation was great. The scenes were fun. The jokes were good. So yeah, I don't have any standout problems personally.
There was a lack of a couple other staples of Peanuts, like no Schroeder, which was interesting.
Oh yeah, we didn't get any piano time.
No Schroeder, no Pigpen.
Maybe he was actually taking a bath.
I mean, Pigpen isn't always around, but Schroeder's pretty much always around, which it's weird that he wasn't in this.
The defense I would have for that is that maybe their parents actually made them come or stay for Thanksgiving dinner at their places.
Their parents actually loved them.
Yeah, exactly. They weren't tired of them.
Are Pigpen's parents as dirty as he is?
Yeah, do you think so?
I don't know.
Some kids are just filthy. That's a thing, but
yeah, that's true.
Know.
Some kids are gross.
I'm thinking that he bathes, like he does keep himself clean, but he just is one of those kids who goes out and just like kind of rolls around in the dirt when he goes outside. So he just immediately gets dirty. So I think it's a fresh dirty every time. I don't think it's like lasting filth, but who knows?
Like he doesn't have bugs crawling in him and stuff.
No, he's not
moldy.
Like Oogie Boogie or anything. Yeah.
Okay. No, I can see that.
So, what would you give this overall?
It's a classic. It's great for all ages. And I mean, in saying this as a somewhat cynical adult who spends a lot of time watching Karen freakout videos and reading horror comics, I still had a good time and plenty of laughs. And, you know, I'm not raving about this, but I did have a smile on my face most of the time during the watch. So I think that's really cool. And it speaks to, you know, the quality of it, even like this many years, this many decades removed from once it was written and when it originally aired. So I gave this cartoon 4 bowls of You Sly Dog cereal out of 5.
Yeah, I'd give Charlie Brown Thanksgiving 4.5 big bowls of Turkey Tree cereal out of 5. And I think it's one of those specials that actually helps me get excited for Thanksgiving because I just love those seasonal specials like Great Pumpkin. I try to watch every year. This one I catch not every year, but I do catch it occasionally. And the Christmas one, like those are my like holiday staples that I need to watch just to kind of warm me up for the holidays. But it's less about the origin of Thanksgiving, which I appreciated, and more because of the quality time spent with family and friends. However we decide to celebrate it and whomever with. So I think that's just a beautiful message that not everybody's Thanksgiving is the same and they can still be enjoyed together. Also, I'm a big fan of turkey and pumpkin pie. So, it's a win for me.
Oh, maybe it should be the Great Pumpkin Pie, Charlie Brown.
Oh, there you go.
After the
just
Great
a straight
Pumpkin,
transition.
Yeah, after the Great Pumpkin comes the Great Pumpkin Pie.
Yes.
There you go.
But does that imply that they have caught the Great Pumpkin and cooked him into a pie?
And turned it into a pie?
Yeah.
Yes.
The Great Pumpkin is them hunting him, the Great Pumpkin movie. And then this one is just them enjoying the fruits of their labor. Yeah, they're just enjoying pie the whole time. But it's a giant pie. So they spend the whole movie eating it and chatting around the table.
We'd be seeing Snoopy would be like swimming in it at some point, doing like a backstroke, I'm sure.
Oh, definitely.
Or at least Woodstock. One of them would be doing that.
Yes.
Before we get out of here, we've got one 5-star review with a comment from Lazy Muffin Zero over here on Apple Podcasts. Thank you so much, Lazy Muffin Zero.
Thank you.
Who says, I love it, and then puts a bunch of heart emojis. And then they ask us to add a show called Lock in caps. They say, I would appreciate it. It's a really good show. It's on HBO Max. So sure, yeah, we'll add it. I think I've heard of that actually. Like the title looks familiar. I think I've seen that pop up on my HBO Max. Because I think HBO Max was where I was watching Infinity Train by chance. Might have been. And I think that this came as a recommendation. I was watching something on there and this popped up as a recommendation. So
I've never heard of it, but I have HBO Max, so I will check it out.
So yeah, we will add this. Thank you so much for that. And thank you, Ira Sutton, for suggesting this this cartoon so we could come back and revisit some Charlie Brown.
Yes, thank you, Ira.
And thank you to everybody listening, aside from the little joke I made earlier. We do appreciate each and every one of you for listening and downloading and supporting us all these years. So we hope that you guys have a wonderful holiday, which is already over by the time you listen to this. So I hope you had a wonderful holiday. And if you're still doing stuff on this Saturday morning, I hope you're enjoying that.
Yeah, everybody have a great holiday, spending time however you want to. And I still encourage you to eat at least pie.
Get some pie, regardless of where you're from. Get some pumpkin pie. If you've never had it, you're missing out.
Oh, so good. Well, listeners, looks like our milk supply is now dry, so it's time for us to say goodbye. And in 2 weeks, we'll be watching
Battletoads, suggested via Instagram by Habanero Prescott, from the bottom of the list.
Oh, nice. When did this come out?
We've been sitting too high, Joseph. We've been sitting too high on our high horse. We're going back to the bottom.
Going back to that low horse.
We're going to the bottom of our horse. We're going to find the lowest horse and we're going to sit on him. But guess what? This came out the weekend of Thanksgiving in 1992.
Whoa, so timely.
Oh, the timing that I didn't mean to time it with.
Yeah, it looks like it'll be fun. I mean, I don't know that we'll like it, but it might be fun.
We do like Battletoads, the video games.
I like Battletoads as a franchise. Yes, the video games, but I've never seen the series, so I don't know. I'm worried. but we'll see.
Well, at least we like the new Battletoads. You get really angry when you play the original Battletoads.
They're so hard, but I appreciate it. I appreciate the difficulty of it. And the new one is just fantastic. That was a lot of fun. We were playing that together for a while.
Yeah, we gotta go back, replay it, and I want to play it from start to finish, streaming it.
Yeah, totally. It's so funny.
It's a beautifully created game, which I would love if they would do a new animated series with that style. That would be great.
Oh,
But
sweet. Yeah, that would be awesome.
That would be fantastic. We'll see how this goes.
Well, once again, I'm Joseph.
And I'm Chris.
And we'll see you next Saturday.
Presented by NerdSloth.
A place for lazy nerds.
If you like what you heard, consider donating at patreon.com/nerdsloth so we can continue bringing you quality shows. Be sure to also leave us a review and share your favorite episodes and clips on social media. If you're looking for more content, visit us at nerdsloth.com.